Hey family, welcome and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to make this rich, creamy, delicious groundnut soup, also known as peanut soup, using raw peanuts. It's packed with lots of flavors that once you try it, you will want to go back for more. So let's get into it. To make this soup, these are the ingredients that you need. You need some seasoning cubes, calabash, nutmeg, salt, snails, and these are optional. You can replace this with dry fish if you have. Palm oil, washed bitter leaf. My bitter leaves have already been washed. Uziza seeds. These are also known as black pepper. Scotch bonnet pepper. I'm using the orange one, but you can use whichever one you have. It's just for some heat. Crayfish. And we have the star of the show, peanuts. These are some raw peanuts. And of course, your proteins. I'm using goat meat, chicken, and beef. But again, feel free to use whichever proteins you have. And as always, the list of the ingredients will be in the description box below, so please make sure you check that out. The first thing you want to do is start by cooking your meat. In a pot, add your proteins, add your onions, scotch bonnet pepper, salt, and some seasoning cubes. You want to go ahead and stir everything together and let it cook for about 10 to 15 minutes without adding any water. To get that rich stock, I like to let my meat cook and produce its own juice before adding more water. One thing about cooking any African soup, it's all about the flavors, and it all starts from here. This is where you start building your flavor from. After 15 minutes, checking back on the meat, and you can see the stock that the meat has already produced. Delicious. Now I'm going to stir and then add enough water to cook the meat. It is at this point I will let you know that when you're adding water, please make sure it's not cold water. Add hot or warm water. That way it's going to match the temperature of the meat. Adding cold water at this point will drop the temperature instantly, and it's only going to slow down the cooking process. So I figured this is the best time to let you know this tip. Go ahead and cover the pot and let it boil until the meat is tender. So while the meat is cooking, I'm going to go ahead now and prepare my peanuts. In a dry pan, I'm adding the raw peanut, and I'm also going to add the calabash, nutmeg, and Uziza seeds. I'm going to dry fry everything together on low heat. This step is very important, especially if you're using raw peanuts, because it removes that raw peanut taste. It also deepens the flavor of the soup, and it makes the aroma stronger. If you're going to be using the store-bought peanut butter paste, please make sure that it is unsweetened. And I'm going to insert a picture right here on the left so you can see the unsweetened peanut butter paste I'm talking about. That way you're going to get that traditional flavor. However, if you can lay your hands on roasted peanut or this raw peanut, please go for it. It's so much more better than the store-bought peanut butter paste. Fry until it's fragrant, then take it off the stove and let it cool down slightly. Once it's cool to the touch, peel the skin by just rubbing it on your palm like so. Once you're done, transfer the peanut, calabash, nutmeg, and Uziza seed into a blender and blend it completely dry. Do not add any water. If you see that your blender is getting stuck while you're blending the peanuts, don't worry. Just take it off, shake it up a little bit, mix everything together, and then put it back and blend it. Once you're done blending, you should have something like this. A rough, sandy-like peanut. Now set this aside while we check on our meat. So it's been about 20 minutes that the meat has been cooking, and at this point my meat is tender and flavorful. I'm going to add my snail and let it cook for another 5 minutes. The snail doesn't need that much time to cook, just like the meat, so that is why I'm adding it now. That is like 5 minutes remaining level for my meat to be completely ready. This way the snail and the meat, everything, the stocks get blending together beautifully. Before we start cooking the soup, this is the stage also that if you're using dry fish, you should go ahead now and add your dry fish. So after about 25 minutes, it's time to add our blended peanut and aromatics directly into the pot. I also added the palm oil. I stirred everything together, cover and let it cook for about 15 to 20 minutes on medium-low heat. Please make sure that you're stirring occasionally. This gives the peanut time to fully cook to remove any raw taste. After 20 minutes, just look at that pot of delicious goodness. Ah, my God. I added my bitter leaf and crayfish, stirred everything together so those flavors bond very well. And at this point, my household could not hold their belly anymore. Because the aroma, ah, my God, it was heaven. At this stage, our soup is already 95% ready. And when you add your leaf, you don't need to cook it any longer than 5 minutes. This is the stage also where you go and taste for seasoning if you need to add anything. After adding the bitter leaf and crayfish, I let it cook for about 5 to 7 minutes on low heat. And just like that, after 5 minutes, look at that rich, smooth and full of flavor pot of soup. Ooh, this soup is so comforting. Isn't that beautiful? Just look at how that oil is sitting beautifully on top of the soup. Not too much, just perfect. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please, what are you waiting for? After this pot of soup like this, I beg you, please, just hit that subscribe button. Oh, it will help a sister a lot. You can go ahead now and serve this with rice, fufu, or even pounded yam. I served mine with some pounded yam and it was so delicious. I can't even tell you how delicious this soup was. I promise you this one thing. If you follow each and every step I have showed you up until now, you're going to have a very yummy finger-licking pot of groundnut soup. If you've enjoyed this recipe, please again do not forget to give this video a big thumbs up, leave me a comment below and subscribe. It will mean a lot to me. And we've come to the end of today's cooking. Thank you so much for watching. Now go and enjoy your delicious pot of groundnut soup and I'll see you in the next video. Love you, bye.